Hi guys and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about how to build a steady flow of therapy clients without depending on luck. So if you feel like your client flow is quite unpredictable, so 1 month full, then the next month strangely quiet, then you are not alone because many therapists are experiencing the same situation. So therapists don't have a marketing problem, but they have a system problem. So a practice that depends on luck, referrals, or random bursts of visibility will always feel unstable. So when you build a simple and ethical client flow system, then you will get clients in a predictable, calm way as well as in your control. So in this video, I will show you exactly how to do that without dancing on Instagram, cold messaging strangers, or working more hours, as many therapists unfortunately do. So why this matters? So let me tell you why this topic matters so much, especially for you therapists and coaches. So most therapists don't struggle because they are bad at what they do, but they struggle because their client flow is inconsistent. So that inconsistency will obviously create anxiety and a lot of problems in your professional life. So you don't know when the next inquiry will come in. You don't know if this month will be full of clients or not, and you don't know if you can plan ahead, invest, or just simply brave. So when your practice feels unstable, well, everything else will feel unstable too as well in your professional life, and it will also have consequences in your private life, as you won't have a consistent flow of clients, then it will have impacts on your private life because of financial consequences. So here is the truth that few people say out loud. A steady flow of clients is not luck, it's not magic, it's not a personality trait, it's just a system. And when you understand how clients actually find a therapist, how they build trust, and what leads them to take the step of booking an appointment, then you stop relying on chance and you start relying on the system, on the structure. So this video will take you through the exact foundation that you need to create a predictable, ethical, and sustainable client flow, one that grows your practice without pressure, hustle, or burnout as well. So the core problem why most therapists don't have consistent clients. So let's start by naming the real problem. And many therapists believe that the main issue is just visibility. So I just need more people to see my website, more people to follow me, more referrals, more exposure, more words to mouth, or more, yeah. But visibility is not the real bottleneck, the real constraint. The real bottleneck is this. Most therapists rely on passive, unpredictable, or outdated client pathways. So let's explore them. Pathway number one, referrals. So referrals are wonderful, but they are not a system. They depend on other people remembering you, thinking of you, and having someone to refer. So you can scale that and you can't control it. It's something that is nice, that is working well, but you can't control it. It is unpredictable. Pathway number two, directories. So millions of therapists list themselves on directories, but most profiles are identical, and that's really a huge and common problem. So clients scroll, skim, and forget. Unless your profile is strategically designed, then it becomes well, so unless your profile is strategically designed, it becomes invisible. So obviously, there are many and many therapists who have a profile on directories, and there are many different directories depending on the country you are living in. But in general, profiles are really basic. They look the same. They are just talking about very basic traits of your service, but your words that you are using in general are not resonating with the words that people are using. So in the end, your potential clients don't recognize themselves in those profiles. While it's really vital to make it recognizable by your potential clients. So pathway number 3, random content posting. So posting once in a while on Instagram, on LinkedIn or Facebook is not a client flow system. It's just hope. And hope isn't a strategy. Content posting or content marketing, as we call it, is really a good strategy in the long run. So obviously, it's not a strategy that will attract many clients in the short term. So it's really something great and appropriate to do, but you must always have in mind that that strategy is not for the short term, it's for the long term, and you need other strategies associated with content marketing to really grow a consistent client flow. So pathway number 4, over your reliance on word of mouth. So that's also a big one. So word of mouth is beautiful, but it peaks. So if your practice depends on it, then you hit a ceiling fast. So the result, well, you feel like you are doing all the things, you are tired, you are trying, you are caring, you are doing more hours than you plan to, but your client flow still goes up and down like a roller. So here is the good news. So consistent client flow doesn't require extreme visibility. It requires a simple, structured, and ethical system that guides people from discovering you to trusting you and to booking a call with you. So that's exactly what we will break down just right now. So now let's talk about the 3 pillars of a steady client flow system. So to build a predictable client flow system, you will need only 3 pillars and not 10 strategies, not 20 platforms, not new trends, just 3. And when these 3 pillars are aligned, then your practice becomes steady, calm, and self-sustaining and predictable. So let's go through them. So pillar number 1 is visibility, being discoverable. So visibility doesn't mean being everywhere. It means being findable by the right people at the right moment. So there are only 3 reliable visibility channels for therapists. Google, so when someone is actively searching for help, and this is the highest quality visibility you can ever get, because those people who are looking for a therapist, they are in need. So they are people who need someone right now. So they are really the right, the potential client that you want to attract in your practice. Directories, if optimized correctly, because most therapists underuse this, and one long form platform that like YouTube, a blog, LinkedIn to show depth, humanity, and expertise as well. So that's it. You don't need TikTok, Reels every day on Instagram or a complicated content machine. So the goal here is quite simple. It's when someone needs help, well, they just can find you. So pillar number 2, trust building. So moving from maybe to I feel safe with you. So visibility alone is useless if people don't trust you yet. So trust doesn't come from how qualified you are on the paper, but it comes from feeling understood by your potential client. So trust is built through a clear human website, a directory profile that resonates with your potential client, content that shows how you think, a grounded and compassionate tone, predictability and safety cues, testimonials or anonymized stories were legally allowed. So in general, obviously you can't rely on testimonials where you have a specific client talking about your service because you need anonymized stories, but you can use results from clients in an anonymous way to show that you did something really positive for clients in the past or just at right now at the moment. So, and you also need warm invitations rather than pressure. So most therapists stop here and wonder why clients don't book. And it's just because trust must be actively nurtured and not assumed. So people don't choose the best therapist, as I said many times in the past. They choose the therapist who feels safest. So pillar number 3 is convention flow, guiding them to take the first step. So this is also the part that almost every therapist is missing. So you need a clear a clear and gentle pathway from discovering you to getting value and clarity to taking action. And the action that you need is booking a session or a call with your client. So, and you need all of that without friction. So the simplest convention flow looks like this. You have a clear website structure: home, about, services, book, contact. You don't need many pages on your website, but you just need paragraphs and words that will resonate with your potential client, so that when they will listen, not listen, when they will read your website, they will feel understood. They will recognize themselves through those words. You need one clear call to action. So a call to action is a step that you advise them to take. So you don't need not 5, just you need one step, repeated action, repeated consistently. So for example, if you feel that you are interested in what I am proposing, then you can book a call, and then you will always use book a call. Don't say book a call or follow my Instagram page. Not the more. If you add more call to actions, that it will then people won't be focused anymore on one action. But if there are many actions, they don't know they don't know which action to take. So just one is really the best thing to do. So a frictionless booking process. So if booking requires effort, you will lose people, and that's quite obvious. And a gentle follow-up system. So for inquiries that don't book immediately. So this alone can increase bookings by 20 to 30%. So there are some therapists who propose like a newsletter. So a follow-up and a gentle follow-up system is really a good thing, because you can nurture your potential clients with stories, with results from other clients, but in an anonymous way, of course. But following up your potential clients is always a good thing to do, so that you don't lose those potential clients that maybe a book opt-in in opt-in form. Well, it depends on your strategy you are using, but if you are using an opt-in form with a mail address to write down, so well, it's really something important to do to make a follow-up system. So when these 3 pillars work together, visibility, trust, and flow, then your practice stops depending on chance. So it becomes predictable, stable, and peaceful as well. So the best part about it is that you don't need to be extroverted, charismatic, a marketing genius, or spending more hours of work. You simply need a system that does the heavy lifting for you. So let's finish this little video with few highly valuable tips. So these tips really can instantly make your client flow more predictable starting this week. So the first tip is to fix the invisible leak on your website. So many therapists think they have a visibility program, as I said during this video, but in reality they have a conversion leak that they don't even know exists. So here is the truth about it, is that 70 to 90% of clients who visit a therapist website never book. Not because they don't want help, because if they are looking at your website and they are searching on Google for a therapist, it means they are in need of a service from a therapist. But they don't book because the page creates what I call micro-friction. So micro-friction includes unclear services, too much text, too many choices, vague descriptions, no emotional resonance, no clear call to action, difficult booking process, and no sense of safety. So if you fix this one thing, then your booking rate will increase even with the same traffic of people on your website. So I have seen therapists double or triple their monthly inquiries simply by removing friction and making their website simpler, clearer, more human, and more recognizable by their potential client. So the second tip is your directory profile. That is one of your biggest untapped assets. So directories are not exciting, but they are one of the highest intent client sources in the entire market industry. So why? Well, because people browsing directories are already actively searching for help. So the problem is that most profiles look like this: generic text, technical language, unrelatable approaches, long paragraphs, no emotional resonance, and no clear who I help. So if you write your profile to speak directly to your ideal client, their fears, their patterns, their struggles, their hopes, then you will instantly rise above 90% of the other therapists who have a basic and classic website and directory profile. So this can really create a consistent flow of monthly inquiries on autopilot. So visibility doesn't need to be difficult. It just needs to be strategic. It just needs a system and something that is made in a very clear and structured way. So I hope that you like this video. Obviously, there are also many things to say about systems, about client flows. So if you like this video, well, you can follow my YouTube channel, and I will make other videos in the next weeks about that topic and many other topics. So I wish you a good day or a good night, depending at what time you are watching this video. So bye-bye.